If you're going to take risks and start your own business, what do you think is essential for you to understand to be successful? I want to let you know it takes more than just money. It takes more than connections. You probably know this. It's an exciting road. There are lots of benefits, but you need to count the cost and examine whether you're looking at this venture with open eyes as an artist, as a businesswoman or man, and as a follower of Christ. And if you really want to think like an entrepreneur and live authentically as a Christian creative, then stick with me on this video all the way to the end. I want to share with you not only some advice and encouragement, but also offer you an exciting opportunity. Welcome. I'm Joel Pelsue, President of Arts and Entertainment Ministries. Our passion is helping you as a creative professional to succeed creatively and grow deeper spiritually at the same time, so you can truly be salt and light wherever God calls you. Right now, I want to offer you 3 simple but very practical principles to help you guide your mentality and your heart as you live life as an entrepreneur and a creative of faith. First, knowing your calling. You see, being an artist or a professional creative can be a wonderful adventure. I can guarantee you'll be full of surprises. There'll be plenty of opportunities to succeed and to fail. It will test your ability to persevere, and it will test your faith. That's why you need to know this is what you are called to do. Now, in a general sense, we're all called to work hard, to care for those around us, and for the culture in which we live. We read this in Genesis 1. Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth, and subdue it. Genesis 1:28. You see, God has also designed us to find satisfaction in working toward good goals, caring for our own families and for our neighbors. This is true no matter what kind of work you do, but entrepreneurs tend to experience a much greater variety of challenges. So don't embark on this journey lightly. What you need is talent, skill, and opportunities. You need talent, and that needs to be confirmed by people other than your family and friends. You really are good at what you do. You also need to put in the time developing your skills. God doesn't bless laziness. He doesn't inspire someone out of nowhere when they have no training, no skill. You need to work hard developing those talents that God can amplify, but they don't come out of nowhere. You need to be diligent with your talents and develop those skills. The third is you need opportunities to make money with your gifts right now or before you run out of money. Don't just create it and they will come. You need to be thinking as an entrepreneur, how do I make money? How do I make a sale? How do I generate income from all kinds of opportunities? You need to have a business plan. And here's a side note. Don't become an artist or pursue a career as a creative just because it looks fun or because you want to be famous. That's a sense of pride, other things going on there that are not healthy. Starting a creative career with that kind of mentality will only lead you to compromise or disillusionment when you get discouraged. So if you pursue this kind of career in the arts, you need a spiritual anchor that will keep you from falling, from making really poor choices, or from losing heart. If you're going to go live in LA, New York, London, Dubai, all those opportunities to make bad choices are very readily available. So you need to have a spiritual anchor. Now, this isn't a video about calling, so I won't belabor this point, but please know each person actually has several callings. Not only to your work, but also to your family, your kids, your spouse, and most importantly, you are called to glorify God with your life. Your relationship with Him is most important. So if you want to learn more about how to think about calling, we have a great online course called the Artist Calling Online Course. I'll leave a link down below. The second principle is this: expecting resistance. Men and women do not start businesses because it is the easiest thing to do. People become entrepreneurs because they have a vision for a new business that doesn't exist, or they want to work for themselves instead of seeing all the profits go from your creative work to someone else. And these are good reasons and good desires. But just because your desire is good or because you have good reasons for doing it doesn't mean it won't be very challenging. You know, one of my dad's friends started lots and lots of businesses. Amazing. He was always starting some new venture. And one of his favorite verses he had made and put in the kitchen in their house was Proverbs 14:4. Where there are no oxen, the manger is empty. But from the strength of the ox comes abundant harvest. Proverbs 14:4. At first this sounds cryptic, but once you think about it, it becomes obvious. If you don't have any oxen to do the work, the stable is nice and clean because it's empty. But the goal is not a nice, neat, and clean stable. The goal is to produce harvest of grains and vegetables, to work the field. But the kicker is this: once you start a business, start getting productive, messes will appear. Just think about it. A big, healthy, strong ox will eat a lot. And that food has to go somewhere, and somebody has to clean it up. It's not very different in other businesses. In the process of becoming productive and launching new products or companies, you should expect a bit of chaos and very messy situations. Now, I've mentored people and I have friends who've launched video game companies, virtual reality companies, theaters, music studios, doesn't matter. One thing they will all tell you is that the life of an entrepreneur is full of challenges and messes to clean up and problems to solve. The easier choice is always go to work for someone else. Let them worry about payroll, taxes, rent, employee benefits, negotiations, even just buying new office furniture and getting equipment fixed. There's a lot to manage. So don't expect this to be the easy road. Expect resistance. The third principle is this: loving your audience. Jesus made it clear the greatest commandments are in Matthew 12:30 and 31. These: love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all of your strength. That means all of your talent, all your creativity, all your imagination, everything you have fully devoted to loving God. And the second is this: Christ says, love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. And that's Matthew 12, verses 30 and 31. Now, the simplest application of this verse is for all creatives and entrepreneurs that you are called to love others through your art and through your business. See, this includes everything from the content you create to how you deal with your accountant and your attorney. You know, art schools will tell you it's all about personal expression, you pursuing your dream and your truth. That's not the gospel. They are missing the very heart of why you are created and why you have a desire to create. You were made in the image of the one who created everything in this world. You were created to love others and to love God in everything you do. So you may ask yourselves, are you really glorifying God in all you do? As you launch this company, even now, take stock. Are you glorifying God in the content you create? Are you glorifying God in the way you relate to your audiences, your fans, your colleagues? But it isn't just that. What about your patrons? What about the producers? People you're negotiating with? Are you paying people fairly? You're not trying to get the most and not care about people you work with. If you're a Christian running a business, you care for others. I know some movies where they've made hundreds of millions of dollars, and they go, well, the actor didn't negotiate very much in the front, so he's not going to get much. Well, if you're really a follower of Christ and you see their talent contributed, you're going to go back and say, I need to give you a part of these proceeds because you were a part of what made this a success. Not being greedy, but being generous when we are blessed with tremendous profits. Now, I hope you're already thinking this way, but I said if you stick around to the end of the video, I have an exciting opportunity to share with you, and I do. In just a few days, we're going to offer our Arts and Entertainment Summit. It's a free 4-day online training for people to take their art business or media company to the next level. And this is from super veterans to super newbies. It doesn't matter. There's so much to learn that can help you. So don't miss out on this opportunity. It won't happen again for at least another 6 months or even a year. I'll put the links down below for the summit. Click on the link, sign up right away, and you'll get all the details and be ready now before you go to the summit. Now, I want to ask you 2 favors. Take a second to hit the like button and subscribe. You know what to do. But more than that, would you share down below, are you an entrepreneur? Or have you just not thought of yourself as an entrepreneur? And you don't have to run a big business. A single actor, he's a business. A single painter, you are a business. You're a filmmaker, you're a business. And filmmakers, you create a separate company for each movie you make. You're a serial entrepreneur, even though it's one industry. So are you an entrepreneur now? What does that look like? And what would you add to this conversation? Please tell me in the comments. And as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And don't forget to sign up for the summit using the link below. Watch this video next and be encouraged about God's love for you as an artist.